I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater waiting for the show to start? I pray. Oh dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be short. Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine. 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a story and a few good songs that will take me away. I just want to be entertained. I mean, that's the point, isn't it? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters and thought to themselves, what have George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or, can Cole Porter pull it off again? Can you imagine? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue this charade? It used to be, sitting in the darkened theater, you'd know you were only moments away from being transported to another world, a world full of color and music and glamour. And you'd think to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? Oh, how things have changed. Hello, how are we today? I'm feeling a little blue myself, you know, a little anxious for no particular reason, a little sad that I should feel this anxious at this age, a little self-conscious anxiety which results in a non-specific sadness, a state that I call blue. Anyway, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So this morning I was going through my records, yes, records, and I was about to put on the original soundtrack recording of Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. Then I said, no, let's have a treat. Let's take a dive into the decadent world of the 1920s when the champagne flowed while the caviar cooled and the whole world was a party. For the wealthy anyway. So I dug about a bit, and what did I find but one of my favorite shows, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Remember? Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Cindy Stein. It's a 2-record set remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full show with the original cast, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? And this is a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe it? Let me read to you what it says on the back. Mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, gay wedding has a different meaning now, but then it just meant fun, which is just what this show is, fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play it for you now? I was hoping you'd say yes. You hear that static? I love that sound. To me, it's the sound of a time machine starting up. All right, now, let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it's November 1928, and you've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold. Remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November's the new August now. It's global warming. We're all doomed. Anyway. Very cold and a heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky, but you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen, isn't it wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. Overtures. Overtures are out of style now, I miss them. They're the show's way of welcoming you. Hello, the meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, would you care for an appetizer? That's what a musical is. Musical appetizer, if you will, a poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Oh, something new. Sounds like a dance tune, kind of rollicking, maybe involving pirates. Don't worry, there are no pirates. There it is. The moment when the music starts to build, and you know you're only moments away from being transported to another world. The curtain is going up. I can't wait.
I'm Robert, the bridegroom, I'm here to marry Janet. That's our Baltic's follies whom I love a lot.
George, that's George, his best man George. I'm honored to be between what the best man ought. Ah, Mrs. Tottenham. Now don't you worry, I've got this whole wedding figured out. The key is organization, see? Each string represents a task yet to be completed. Pay the musicians, yell the florist, book the minister. This whole wedding is gonna run like clockwork.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding?
I'm Belzig, producer. I lost my leading lady. I gotta stop this wedding or I'm not worth squat.
I'm Kitty, just kidding. I came with Mr. Belzig. I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot.
We're pastry chefs. We cross our hearts for pastry chefs. No fakery. It's what we got.
My name is Albalfo. I am the king of romance, so I kiss a lot.
You are the king of romance, so you kiss a lot. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Where is Janet Van de Graaff and when will she appear? It's Janet Van de Graaff.
I'm Janet Van de Graaff, here to marry Robert Martin, giving up a life of glamour to tie the knot.
Am I late? I'm the chaperone of Janet Van de Graaff, maid of honor, friend and confidant, and all that rot. Where's the bar?
A wedding today.
Prohibition, madam.
A wedding today.
I think I brought my own.
A wedding today.
Champagne makes me drowsy.
It's really happening. It's really happening. What is happening? What is happening?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix, queen of the sky. I'll circle through the stratus in my modern apparatus. I'm Trix, the aviatrix. I've gotta fly. I'll see ya when they tie that knot.
A wedding today. A wedding, coming our way.
Well, there you have it. All the guests have been introduced. We have a bride who's giving up the stage for love. Her debonair bridegroom. Harry producer. Jovial gangsters. posing as pastry chefs, a flaky co-read, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix, what we now call a lesbian. And of course, my favorite character of all, the Drowsy Chaperone.
Hey!
What more do you need for an evening's entertainment? And we will ding along. I don't even know what that means. All right, I'll lead you through this record as best I can. Don't worry, it won't be hard to follow. We begin with a welcome from the love-struck group.
I just wanted to thank you all for coming. I tell you, I must be some lucky fellow. Who would think that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl would be willing to give up a successful career for me, Robert Martin. And if it weren't for Prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass.
Here, here!
To Miss Janet Van de Graaff, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not!
Excuse me.
A groom mustn't see his bride on his wedding day. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that because that's the plot, basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian.
Say, it's a little bit early in the day to be drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you keep Janet away from Robert. You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, mon capitaine. Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I'm your little monkey.
With the bride and groom whisked away, we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Belton!
Getting married and leaving show business.
Mr. Belton!
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Belton, I could be your leading lady. Like you said, I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at it too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Feldzig were a couple in real life, Jack and Sadie Adler. Now, this is a common comic construct of the time, a very stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, she appears stupid, but in the end she does something clever, which makes us all wonder if it's just an act. The irony here is that she actually was very stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently. But still, she had a very successful career on stage. At the time, theater was the only place stupid people could earn a decent living. This is before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A petit four, Mr. Feldzig?
Not now.
Perhaps that's preferable.
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we could give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also
And primarily,
employees of a certain individual
A certain individual?
a sane individual.
who happens to be the largest single investor at Feldzig's Follies. He has sent us here
As pastry chefs,
to express his concerns about Miss Van de Graaff's impending nuptials.
specifically.
That if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show.
Say, do I know you?
No, you don't.
Have you spent any time in Toledo?
Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I got a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty. Boys, tell your boss his wedding is never going to happen. You have my word.
I will take your word, all right.
But to get back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, we hope we have made ourselves perfectly eclair.
One can only hope.
You was gotta be kidding me.
Try for one.
Don't talk with me.
All right. Drop the pastry chef routine. team.
Alas, we ganache.
We're on the land.
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon.
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall Brothers, John and Peter Tall. They were born Abram and Mendel Maslowskiewicz, but renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. Now, they're an early example of the typical Broadway gangster, full of wordplay and stylized movements. Not very intimidating at all, unless you find dancers intimidating. Which I do. But for reasons which would not be appropriate for this situation.
We'll leave this matter into your own hands, Mr. Felzig, but feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Trying to lead a surprise. It's to die for.
Holy cats, Mr. Milton, they're gangsters!
Very perceptive. Now go powder your face. Oh, I've got to stop this wedding, but how? Oh, Lord in heaven, how? How?
I always thought that moment was a little overplayed. Anyway, with the story well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He was the Albright toothpaste man. His glamorous smile adored every tube. Albright toothpaste was hugely popular in the early 1920s because it contained cocaine. It's true. It was the fifth ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyway, it wasn't long before it became a huge matinee item.
Now don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is. Of course it is.
I love Percy Hyman. Now, some people say he was a bad actor. And to those people, I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man. Shaking and a-quaking. Rambling like them free cats do. Something big be bothering you. Gold beats, brother, you got gold beats. You can make them cold beats hot with little rhythm young beats. All beats can be uncontrolled beats. We'll make them cold beats trot down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. I see toes can dive. Wedding marches, and in ragtime swing. Make bridges all come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, schmold feet, tournaments of cold feet. We'll make them cold feet hot.
Hey! Now why don't you slide back into your mud hole, you backstabbing worm? Well, now that I'm funny little minister, say, what are you up to?
Just singing a song an old friend taught me. A Dixie remedy for wedding day jitters.
You think you've got jitters? You've got the easy part. I still gotta get right through near than a minister. I've got the weight of the wedding on my shoulders.
George, sounds like you've got cold feet.
What have I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Bold feet.
What do I do? Scold feet?
No! You make the cold feet hot. dancing.
I am. I am.
5, 6, 7, 8. Cold feet, turn them into cold feet. It makes them cold feet.
Percy Hyman was a wonderful performer. I like to think of him panting and sweating after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw him on the news recently celebrating his 100th birthday. To say that the years had taken their toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out and he had that wide-eyed expression of pained confusion which God reserved for the very, very old on their birthdays. The look that says, "Who are you? Who am I? And why is this cake on fire?" You know what I'm talking about? Anyway.
All right. That's enough of that. Dancing around like a fool.
Sorry, George. I was just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day, after all.
Well, you could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing is too dangerous. Why don't you go out for a skate instead? That's what I always do when I want to blow off some steam. Wait a minute. Oh, no. What was I thinking? You could see, Janet. Here, put on this blindfold.
George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy. And remember, no more tap dancing. Wedding bells will ring. Bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate.
Just ignore it. It does it occasionally, it rings. It will stop soon, just ignore it. Oh, what?
Hello, you have reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after the tone and I'll call you back at my convenience.
Well, that's it. The moment is ruined. Thank you. Thank you, life! God, it's like a cell phone going off in a theater. I hate that! Hello, what are you doing? Oh, I'm at the theater, ruining the moment. What are you doing? Oh, I couldn't get out tonight, so I'm ruining the moment by proxy. Sorry, let's shake that off. Return, if you will, to 1928. There were no cell phones in 1928. But I'm sure there's something else for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something.
Happy wedding time.
And we find the glorious Janet Vandegraff entertaining questions from reporters as she lounges by the pool.
Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile-de-France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We spooned, briefly, and then he proposed.
Aww. So you won't meet returning to the stage ever?
I shan't.
You sure?
I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Of course. One more question? Yes?
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How can you give up the footlights when you very well know you got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Dump the mugs, stay with the follies. I'll give you anything you want. Oh, fine, I'll put your name above mine in the marquee.
Oh, Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss miss no more. Blow my signature no more. I don't want to show off.
Janet, please.
Don't try to control me. I've made up my mind, and that's it. I quit. I'm leaving it all behind. I don't want to be cute no more. Make the gentleman hoot no more. I don't want to wear fruit no more. I don't want to show off. She don't want to show off no more. Not me. Page 3. Get the glowing green, no more.
Don't worry, guys. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore.
I don't want an encore no more. I'm shouting for more no more. Make the audience roar no more. I don't want a show.
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops Girl. Surely you remember the Oops Girl. Don't you people read? She was billed as the girl whose sexual energy was so great that it caused the men around her to have accidents. Spill their drinks, drive their cars into trees, and she would go, oops. Well, I'm not really doing it justice, but people ate it up. She had a whole series of films. Oops, The Oops Girl, The Oops Girl Comes Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'm going to need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. I need a, what do you call him? A European.
In walks Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Aldolfo was played by Roman Bartelli, former silent film star and world-class alcoholic. He was the one that later drank himself to death at his chateau in Nice. Remember? It was 5 days before they found the body, and by that time it had been partially consumed by his poodles. Well, he was only partially consumed.
I am Aldolfo.
You are Aldolfo?
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Not the Aldolfo.
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Funny, you don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes, what?
Why, just now I overheard the groom saying Aldolfo's a scoundrel. I just heard him say that.
What? Aldolfo, a scoundrel?
Those very words.
Aldolfo is a scoundrel?
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This is outrageous. He's saying this to to beautiful ladies with breasts for making love? Why? I must.
You must take matters in your own hands.
Yes, I must take this groom into my hands and kill him.
Yes! No, don't kill him. Just hurt him so he can't get married.
Show me to this groom. Wait!
What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
well, he's big on the outside.
No, Aldolfo not by big men. Small, pale, wheezy little baby. Aldolfo can punch far away, but no big men.
So you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Aldolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. So say the king of France.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his
Door.
No, the best way to get back at a man is through his
Window.
No! Revenge! Back at a man! Through his!
Through his what? There is no other way. I am not Santa Claus coming down from chimney.
Through his woman!
Ah, his woman.
Yes, Aldolfo, you must seduce his woman.
His woman.
His bride.
Aldolfo will seduce bride. I'll show people Aldolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride. Wait!
What?
What kind of woman is this? Big woman. Burly.
She's cat's pajamas.
Pajamas?
She's a looker, an attractive woman.
Ah, show me to this cat in pajamas. Aldolfo make a...
Stop it!
No! Like a cat in pajamas.
That was Roman Bartelli chewing up the scenery. You certainly couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? Modern contemporary audiences are too sophisticated for such broad racial stereotypes. So we banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
I did it! Yes. Oh, here you are. The pastry chef's been kind enough to provide liquor for the party. But remember, Emily, we must
prohibition after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
We'll have to use code words. For instance, if someone asks for a glass of ice water, it means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
What? Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What is a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water.
Vodka. Ice vodka!
Well, that's settled then. One less thing to do. Underling, might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the patient shops rather trying, and I'll enjoy a refreshing glass of ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
Oh, thank you.
I hate this scene.
Well, now I do need a glass of ice water!
A glass of ice water, madam?
Yes, ice water! Are you going deaf?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you.
You know, in some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone was quite progressive. A black actress playing the chaperone, for example.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you.
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm going to skip ahead.
Where do you think you're going?
To find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice, for heaven's sakes, why?
I'm going to wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Oh, in just a few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
This is a very interesting scene. It's the only time in the whole show that Beatrice Stockwell and Jane Roberts are alone on stage together. Now, at this time, Jane Roberts is an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell is already well established and a force to contend with.
I'm so full of apprehension. But I suppose that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, chaperone?
Oh, no. I drink out of pleasure, not out of necessity. Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh alcoholics.
Have you ever been married, underling?
Heavens no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career for a man I hardly know. But for some reason, when I look into his eyes, oh, his big monkey eyes, oh, gee, I get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness can be caused by any number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired the troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by then she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much rouse as stupefy. But she insisted that an anthem be included in every show she ever did, even when it wasn't appropriate. You couldn't say no to her, that's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Can't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration. Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you could just give me something to...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. Still
bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth. There'll be knowing left from right, nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along.
That was quite nice and chaperone, but I don't see how that pertains to my situation.
Let me explain. It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica, oh please.
Antarctica, oh please.
Still you mustn't let it lick you. This planet, oh so bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, cross life's crowded dance floors, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar, and we see that morning star, we pull our bootstraps up and homeward turn. Then we stumble away through dawn's blinding sunbeams, barely knowing right from right, nor left from wrong. But as long as we can hear that little bluebird, there'll be a song as we stumble along, as we stumble, bumble, fumble, plumble, as we stumble along. Yeah.
Don't you just love her? Basically, she sings a rousing anthem about alcoholism. That's what I love about her. She does her own thing when she wants, regardless of the cares or needs of others. My mother was like that.
That was quite inspiring, chaperone, but I'm still conflicted. Oh please, just tell me, is Robert the man for me?
My dear, that's something you have to figure out for yourself.
But I just don't know if he loves me.
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert, and I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
I understand, and I take that responsibility very seriously. However, I'm just this moment feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. I'm afraid I'll have to lie you down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden seeking out your fiancé to ask him the question upon which your future happiness depends.
Oh, thank you, chaperone. I just need to know if he loves me.
Such a skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door? La 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 la.
Look who it is, Aldolfo, come to seduce the bride.
I am Aldolfo!
Try not to think of the poodles while you listen to this.
I am Aldolfo and you are bride.
No, I am not.
What? This is bridal suite. You are the only one here, therefore you must be bride.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you are a moron.
What?
Me, no bride. Perhaps I could take a message.
Yes, very good. Dear Van de Graaf bride, I must make love to you and transport you to a place of ecstasy. Sooner is better, signed Adolfo, King of Roma.
Well, I'm sorry for my little ruse. You found me out. Take me out, dollface.
No, not Adolfo. Adolfo! You must remember it for when we are making love and you are screaming it. You must say the right name or it will spoil everything. How can I make you remember? I'm sure that you have heard the name Adolfo. A ladies' man who wins a claim Adolfo. Well, lovely miss, I am the same Adolfo. I introduce myself. I am Adolfo.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast! So just in case you didn't hear Adolfo, I'll try to make it very clear. Adolfo. The lovely ladies always cheer Adolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Adolfo.
Understood.
I can sing it high. I can sing it low. I can sing it very fast. I can sing it very slowly. I do it now, but it would take hours. Now let's see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
So who's the fellow that you see?
Adolfo.
And how should you refer to me?
Adolfo.
And who is it? I'll always be
Adolfo.
Now sing it proudly.
You are Adolfo.
Now let me spell it out for you. For you lovely ladies who didn't hear it for some reason because maybe you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. It goes the ha 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 four ha ha. I am Adolfo. Adolfo!
That was always my mother's favorite number. I think it was a secret fantasy of hers to be whisked off her feet by some Latin lover. I mean a real Latin lover, not a buffoon. But that's what musical theater is about, isn't it? Romantic fantasy, falling in love at the drop of a hat, spontaneous tangoing, suddenly finding yourself in insanely romantic situations.
I'm an accident waiting to happen.
Robert, look out.
Don't worry, madam. It's my wedding day, so I have to wear a blindfold.
Blindfold.
I'm sorry, but who am I speaking to anyhow?
Why, it's me. I mean, Mimi. Mimi from France.
This scene couldn't be more ridiculous.
So, you are marrying Janet Van de Graaf, no?
Oui,
I hear she's very beautiful
oui.
and glamorous.
Ah, oui, oui.
Is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and can excel at playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France are you from?
Oh, the middle part, where they make the toast. So, you were telling me about your, how do you say it in English, fiancé?
That's right.
Tell me, when was the moment you knew she was the one for you?
It's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Îles de France.
Yes?
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil interest.
And?
Then I looked into her big, glamorous eyes and felt all woozy.
And then you fell. And then you fell?
Yes, right on my keister. And then I said, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
But we haven't left the dock.
Yeah, that's what she said. And that's when I knew it was love.
And then you said?
And then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm a toy on the stair, a three-legged chair, a brand When my two lovesick arms started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen. So hurry, I happen to know.
And then what happened?
And then she joined in.
When men say I'm sweet and they fall at my feet, my heart doesn't beat any faster. But when you're around, my ground, I can do disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. The rags in the cellar,
A broken umbrella.
a branch hanging loose from a tree.
I can see myself jumping and clapping for a man who lives dangerously.
I'm an accident waiting to happen.
So hurry and happen to me. And then what happened?
And then we kissed.
Accidents waiting to happen. So hurry and happen to me. Wait! You kissed a strange French girl on your wedding day!
Wait, what have I done?
It seems that the blindfold and the fake French accent led to a terrible misunderstanding. What a mess! Will it all work out? Of course it will. It's a musical, it's not real life. Things always work out in musicals. In real life, nothing ever works out, and the only ones who burst into song are the hopelessly deranged.
Mr. Beltsing!
Where's that flattering foreigner?
Mr. Beltsing!
How long does it take to seduce one
Mr.
bride?
Beltsing, you don't need Janet no more.
Kitty, not now.
I've been working on a mind-reading act. Presenting Kitty, the incomprehensible. Leave it all. Now think of something.
Well, I'm thinking of something,
Wait,
all
let me
right?
think. Pick up some milk and a loaf of rye bread, and don't forget to shave your legs.
You're reading your own mind, you idiot.
No wonder it was so easy.
Mr. Feldzig,
It seems like the wedding is proceeding according to schedule.
now it's time you received your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Feldzig?
Yeah, how about the Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice.
A Toledo surprise? I never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Because the people who have heard of it are generally never heard from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First, you chop the nuts,
Then you pound the dough.
then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got your Toledo. Toledo surprise!
Could you run that by me again?
It is a very simple recipe, Mr. Frozen.
First you chop the nuts,
Then you pound the dough.
then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got your Toledo. Toledo surprise! Say, why don't we give him a little taste?
All right.
Hold it! What style, what grace, what rhythm? Open your fists. Now shake them. Now give me that recipe one more time. Da 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 da, go!
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up
Front.
nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo. Toledo surprise!
I'm selling.
Pick the peach, peel the skin, mush it up, throw it in. That's a taste of Toledo. Toledo surprise!
Now you're
First you
cooking.
beat it up, then you speed it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, and don't let it hit your skin. Try it, folks. When it rice, split your yolks. Then you got a Splendido. Toledo surprise!
You boys are naturals. Yeah, keep it up. I'll go work on the contracts.
Hey!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Mr. Buffett, oh, what's going on here?
Kitty, I'm developing a new act.
Toledo surprise.
Toledo surprise!
You're putting gangsters on the show and you won't put me in it. They're not even in the union.
You got it all wrong, Kitty. This new act is for you. And these gangsters are your backup dancers.
Backup dancers? Holy cats! That hot Toledo does take my libido. Good? Yes, indeed. Oh, sugary yum yum. Surprise! Freeze the cream, freeze the pan, like the spoon, flip the plan. Mix you must your tuxedo. Toledo surprise!
Wait. Adolfo, he make an announcement. The wedding is off.
What? For the love of God, why?
Adolfo, he need love to surprise.
That's not the bride, you idiot. That's the chaperone.
What?
Wait it on! The wedding is off. What?
Robert kissed a French girl. Her name is Mimi. She's very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you, only French.
Sweet mother of pearl! What's all this commotion about?
The wedding, madam.
There's going to be a wedding?
Not anymore. What a terrible, terrible tragedy. Clear the floor, boys. I'll show you how it's done. First you beat it up. Then you heat it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it. Toledo surprise.
Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise! Wait till it's ready. Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Now it's looking ready. Surprise! You got it! Lazy shake. Lazy shake. It's me like torpedo. Toledo surprise!
Toledo surprise.
Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
Yes, but the tune's so infectious.
Oh, Robert, this is the saddest day of my life.
Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. They will never celebrate a happy wedding
Well, that's that. The curtain falls and it's time for intermission. Or at least, it would be time for intermission if we were actually at the Morosco Theater in New York, watching the Drowsy Chaperone, which of course we aren't. I hate intermission. They ruin the magic, you know? They yank you back out of reality. 1 minute, you're in another world. The next, you're surrounded by tourists, crinkling candy wrappers and nattering about the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. Oh, it's a power bar. I have to eat lots of meals all day or else I get jittery. It's rude, I know, but you wouldn't enjoy the alternative, believe you me. Believe you me. I remember my wedding day. I didn't eat breakfast and the ceremony wasn't until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ah, I do. What? Are you surprised I was married? Well, there you are. You shouldn't go making assumptions about people. I'm a very complicated person. I need to pee now. I won't be long, I promise, and in the meantime, you can listen to the beginning of Act 2.